What's going on, guys? This is Coach Brad and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you a quick video on how to make a Spartan spear and how to throw it. This is going to tie into my Spartan spear throwing video that I've previously done. You can find this on my channel. I believe it's called Spear Throw Series, part of my OCR series. So what you're going to do is go to your local hardware store. You're going to get a 60-inch rake handle. Very important that it is 60 inches, not 48. Because you want a regulation length and regulation weight. Also very important, if at all possible, try to get one with this metal cone on the end. This is called a ferrule, and the most important thing this does is reinforce the wood. There is a pre-drilled hole on the inside of this. This goes down part way down, maybe 3 or 4 inches, I'm guessing. And when you do insert this tip in, your spear tip is going to be something called a lag screw. I usually recommend 8, possibly 10-inch lag screw, and the diameter of it, of the threads, has to roughly match the pre-drilled hole's dimensions. Not in terms of length, but in terms of the width. So you're gonna get your rake handle with the ferrule, you're gonna get an 8 or 10-inch lag screw, you're gonna use the hexagonal head you can see there to use a socket wrench, and you're gonna screw it in until it holds firm. If you do it right, it shouldn't need any type of glue or reinforcement. It should just hold in there tight. Once it's in there tight, you can let the screw threads do their job, holding it in place, and then you can cut this head off with a hacksaw or a Dremel with a cutting wheel or some other kind of cutting tool. Okay, so once you have your spear made, in the race, you have to remember that there's going to be 20 or 30 feet of string, usually paracord, tied to the back of your spear. We're going to pretend this little box is our fence, and we're standing in front of the obstacle, which is roughly 20 to 25 feet away. What you're going to do is get as close as you can to the fence. You're going to feed as much of that string over the front end of the fence as you can. Just be very careful you don't step on it below the fence. Sometimes you step on it and don't realize it, and that will stop your spear midair and sort of jerk it downward into the ground. You don't want that. So remember that you only have one attempt at this throw. You have to make it into the target in one shot, or you're either going to have to do 30 burpees or a penalty loop through the woods, depending on what the race directors decided that day. So feed most of your string over the front. Give yourself 2 or 3 feet behind it so you have a little bit of slack in it. And then what you're going to do is find the balance point of the spear. You do that by balancing on 2 fingers. See how it's going higher on that side? So I haven't found it yet. So I'm going to go back a teeny bit. Still not level. Now it's almost level. Okay, so I'm going to mark the imaginary point with my thumb on the top, and I'm going to grab 1 fist width back. You could count that as 2, but it's 1 fist width between the point and where my pinky starts. So roughly that much distance, yeah? You can see that. So I'm holding it here. That's behind the balance point of the spear, and I realize that, but we're gonna be pointing the spear slightly up anyhow. So as I draw it back, I want full extension of my arm behind me, and I wanna use my left arm as an aiming guide so that I turn my torso and I release my spear. My spear should still be slightly up when I let go of it, so I'm going from this grip to roughly here to let go, and that's going to compensate for the fact that as it travels, it's going to gently level out and then start to nose down. It would actually be super if it noses down right into the target, but you're going to have to practice this. Again, I have one more video on spear throwing technique and how to strengthen the components of the upper body, particularly back, shoulder, and tricep, to help you improve that spear throw. But you still want to practice throwing a real object from that distance. In that video, I also did use a PVC dowel, 5-foot long dowel, so obviously that's going to be hollow in the middle. The weight's not the same, it's close, but you really should make yourself a Spartan spear. It should cost you less than 20 bucks to do this, and it's super easy as far as the process to build it, as I explained. Okay? So again, feed most of the string over, find your balance point, 1 fist width behind the balance points where you're going to hold it, aim slightly up, rotate, and follow all the way through, okay? Left shoulder's forward, now right shoulder leads in front of left. And I've turned my body to add more momentum. Just be aware that when you add trunk rotation, it's going to tend to cross the spear past the center of your body as you throw. So again, this is why you have to practice that. To compensate for that, you need to move your arm less far sideways. It has to just go forward and let the shoulder do the movement. Hope this helps you guys. Give this a shot and let me know how it works out in the comments below. Thanks for watching.